Hello, everybody. It's the husband, and I'm gonna recap Basket Case 2, the sequel. Basket Case 2. Now, I have to tell you, if you're planning to watch this, it might be the weirdest and most disturbing, freaking crazy movie you might ever watch. And it is a challenge to watch it. During the first 40 minutes, I had plenty of moments where I wanted to turn it off because it is so weird I cannot put into words. I felt like an insane asylum watching this. Okay? And it's not in horror aspect, but the weirdness, like weird everything. You want to turn it off, you say, well, what a freaking is this bad movie? But if you pass 40 minutes, the movie gets better. So skipping that, I'm going to the recap. This will contain spoilers. Where to watch, I will leave in the comments on Daily Motion. Okay, I will leave in the comments of my video. Give the Daily Motion link where to watch. So, anyways, the recap. I won't put too much detail in this because it is very weird. Nothing compared like the first movie. Okay, so starts like this. We see both Belial, the deformed brother, and Dwayne, the normal brother, lying on the ground. After the first movie, they fell from the window, so they're in a bad condition. Okay. So news blasts over the world. Worldwide, the deformed brother was found, and Dwayne, so it becomes a worldwide sensation. They were found, like looking weird and all that. So both of them get carried to the hospital, and even though Belial is deformed, the monster brother, he still gets taken care of. So they both are tied up, taken care of, in a pretty bad shape, but they get a good chance to escape the hospital after the security guard, police guard, starts flirting with the nurse. So, like, they untie themselves, telepathic ability, and together as a team, lure the cop inside, and Belial freaking strangles that police officer like no mercy. The rampage begins, okay? So they leave the hospital, and a mysterious van pulls over. An old lady and a young lady jump out, and they say, "We know who you are. Go right into the van fast." And they take him over. So, Dwayne wakes up in a house, all taken care of. And the old lady says, "I'm Granny Ruth. I used to know your aunt. And I'm here to help you, you and Belial. And here's my granddaughter, Susan. We both are looking after you both." So, they get rescued by somebody they know from attention, and they are kept in this huge mansion. Now, Granny Ruth, we find out, secretly has freaks in her house, just like Belial, deformed people. And she had like this business of rescuing them and making them grow up and all that. So Belial meets other freaks, Dwayne meets other freaks, but eventually, one smart eye, a journalist lady, reporter lady, gets a detective together, and she finds out Granny Ruth had this freak business because everybody's looking for the Belial and Dwayne, the brothers, worldwide because they escaped the hospital. So the journalist lady comes, tries to have a conversation with Ruth, but Ruth does not reveal anything. She did not reveal, but the reporter lady still saw Dwayne, encountered him inside, and recognized him. So she played it cool, returned to the car, and made a plan with her detective colleague. So she said, "Listen, Artie," Artie is the detective name, "you go there, take a picture of Dwayne for now. And don't take a picture of Belial because you will get killed. Let's do it at night. So let's start bringing the information, gathering it, so we would become rich. Expose them not instantly, but gather info slowly. Then make millions. Let's do it." Okay. Night comes. The detective Artie with the camera goes inside the house, and everybody knows, all the freaks know he was about to come. So he comes into his demise. He goes into the attic, and Belial freaking scrambles him like eggs, just freaking rips his face off, and there's a fight going on, just gives him a beat down. Artie's killed in the attic by Belial for coming over. So the reporter finds it out, the lady journalist, okay, finds it out because this was her colleague, this was her plan and everything. And her name is Marfa, by the way. Marfa. We will call her Marta. So she panics and contacts her other friend, a police officer that is supposedly experienced. He can handle his own. So they make a prank. The police officer calls not Dwayne, but the granddaughter Susan. Basically, the house of the roof aunt. So the granddaughter picks up who's calling and everything, and the police officer, he says like, "Give me Dwayne's. I want to talk to him, or else I will send a police officer army at your house." So Dwayne picks up the phone, and the police officer is like, "Listen, I just want to talk to you, nothing else. Let's not make a big deal out of this. Just meet me at the bar. Let's drink a beer or two, and everything will be okay." So Dwayne agrees. He goes to a bar, buys the police officer a drink. They have a conversation. The conversation is not going anywhere, and the police officer realizes in the bar there is not a single normal person, only freaks around. And he fell into his trap. Belial gave him a smackdown and killed him. Another victim, dead. Another police officer, dead. So anybody who tries to get into contact with Dwayne and Belial will drop dead. That's a golden rule. Nobody messes with those twin brothers. They are on a rampage. And they give no freaking tolerance to anyone. So after this, Dwayne, the deformed brother Belial, and the army of freaks they have in the Roof's house, okay? Aunt Roof's. They all gather around and find out the address of Marta, the journalist lady who orchestrated all of the investigations. So they go into her house and give her sweet payback for interrupting their lives. So Belial once again jumps out, rips her face off. It looked hideous. The face like he took revenge, sweet revenge for interrupting his life. Like, you wanted this? You got it. I'm ripping your face up. Nothing left of her face, just a slab of meat. So, sweet revenge is taken. Everybody having a party at the mansion of Roofs. The freak, Army, Belial, Dwayne, they all sit at a table. And in the attic, the deformed brother Belial kinda has met a similar freak to him, but it is a lady. So they started bringing it on in the nighttime. Some lovemaking. And simultaneously, Dwayne, the normal brother, has a crush on the granddaughter Susan because the age similarity somewhere near. So he's waiting for Susan to come to the bathroom. So Bo Belial is hitting the clock with his girl, and Dwayne is doing it with the granddaughter Susan. But the granddaughter Susan reveals she's not normal. She's a freak too. And out of her belly, freaking predator monster looking freak comes out like a sausage with teeth. And it looked freaking hideous, man. So Dwayne did not know that. Sex stopped. And Dwayne, with a nervous like situation in his head, pushed Susan out of the window. And she dropped dead from the mansion on the ground. And she died. So Dwayne killed his chance in love with cold blood. Just push her out of the window because he realized, even though he's separated from Bilal and consider himself not a freak, Susan had something in her belly and she is a freak. So he was like, I cannot do a freak no more. I will kill her. All in the effect situation, just pushed her and killed her. So Aunt Ruth, it was her granddaughter, so she became enraged and ordered the whole freak army to find Dwayne. So everybody went looking for him. And Dwayne went up on a psychosis situation. And he basically grabbed a baseball bat and said, like in the first movie, when Dwayne had sex, Belial interrupted him and tried to kill him because if he cannot have a girl, Dwayne cannot do it. But now we see Belial having a girl, a deformed girl, in the attic and doing her, and Dwayne not having a girl. So now Dwayne grabs a baseball bat, goes near Belial, and knocks him out cold with a baseball bat, saying, I want to talk to you. And the end of the movie, the ending, Dwayne gets Belial and sues him with no anesthetics in cold blood, fuses him with himself together with stitches, with needles. It was bloody, it was horrible and disturbing. And movie ends like this. Dwayne is standing with Belial sewn together to his belly again, just like they were born together, Siamese twins, and blood dripping over them, and the freak army with Aunt Ruth staring at him in shock. And they just stand together saying, "We are together again," and the movie ends. So, it might be the craziest thing I have seen in a while. And once again, the paradox, the first movie, Belial said in his mind with his actions, "If I cannot have a girl, you cannot, because you are me, Dwayne." And now Dwayne did that to Belial. "If I cannot have a girl, you cannot have a girl also, because you are me. And I will stitch you to me. If I cannot be happy, you cannot be happy either. And this is how we will live together, because we are one." And movie ends, So, if you like crazy stuff, if you have patience, waiting through 40 minutes of the movie, you get something you will enjoy and remember. Well, enjoy is might not be the word, because near the end you might see some very disturbing stuff, both sexual and everything else. Gore, creepiness, weirdness, disturbing, everything. Overall, I enjoyed it, only when it paid off after 40 minutes. If it did not pay off, I wanted to turn it off many times in the start because it was super weird and not cool. After 40 minutes, it became a cool freaking thing, even though it was super weird in the end, also. Very disturbing. Caution. So, I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. First one I gave 9 out of 10. And this one I'm giving 6 out of 10 because most people will not wait through those 40 minutes and give it a 0 out of 10 because of all the weirdness. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Wonderful, wonderful subscribers. I love you all. See you next time. Bye bye.